I can feel it. The breeze brings goosebumps to my skin. Tonight the whiskey feels stronger. Gasoline on hidden desires. So I'll throw another
Take me to the jungle. Teach me tiger law. Read to me a poem. Sing to you a song. Drunk in my devotion. Laid out on your chest. Student of abandon. With you I am blessed. All at once in a dream, we are together. You could call it a vision or a tether. All at once I can see it put back together. You could call it a vision or a tether. All at once in a dream, we are together. You could call it a vision or a tether. All at once I can see it put back together. You could call it a vision. You could call it a vision. You could call it a vision.
Yesterday there was sun and there was rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. And now there's something in the air and a sparkly shimmer on our skin.